What does it mean for you all to be an African American leader today?
For me, it means that I have a role in the direction society is going, preparing youth for them to become leaders.
When I talk about myself, I talk about who I am in the context of both lineage and legacy. What it means for me to be a leader now is that I'm a part of a lineage that is really important I keep in mind, and establishing my own legacy as part of contributing to that lineage. I'm standing on the shoulders of people, and I'm aware of what they've done, that they've paved the way.
What is it like for you growing up as an African American female in America and the challenges you faced?
I grew up in the 1970s in Ohio. This was a time where people had good jobs, union, hourly wage earning jobs. So your social mobility, your economic mobility was not necessarily tied to having to have a degree. We as Black folks are always taught with our parents growing up, and one of those talks is that you have to be twice as good or 3 times as good to get half as far. Yeah. My parents and many other Black parents always make sure to let their kids know, and that's not fair, that's not right, that is not how it should be. Because I grew up at the time that I grew up, the middle class hadn't been gutted in a way that held me to that. People who grew up the same way that I did in terms of socioeconomic status and all of that, somebody who was a young Black woman, even 10 years younger than me, did not have access to the same things that I had access to.
Now, I grew up in Montgomery County, Maryland, so not far from Epworth. And my parents were the first generation to go to college. So my twin sister and I were second generation. Day to day, I didn't really feel that I was impacted by racism. But on the institutional level, yes, because we were taught you had to have the top grades, your clothes had to be clean, you had to be on time, you had to speak with proper grammar and diction, your hair had to be done. There were definitely times where I felt my intellectual capability was questioned because I was Black. When I'm in the store with my mother, being followed by the sales clerk, seeing her interact with teachers and principals when she had to advocate on my and my sister's behalf. We have to stand up for ourselves because no one else is going to do it.
What does it mean in your respective careers? What does it mean, and how do you operate as an African American woman?
From the time of enslavement and also before, that there was a very gendered way of looking at the behavior of Black women, that it is characterized in so many ways as being out of order. So there is this additional level of very intense scrutiny that we often face in our jobs. We're not able to immediately dive into demonstrating our expertise and contributing our expertise and our gifts to organizations in the way that we want to, because we're having to navigate and having to work to interact with people in a way that reframes how they see us or how they interact with us.
I work in the international development space, and that industry has colonial roots anyway. So there is a definite attitude about that I need to be helped because I'm part of that group of people that development is seeking to assist. So many people feel that they are not racist because they have good intentions, that they don't even see the type of mindset they have. Every chance that I get, I have to see how can I make this work environment a more equitable place
helping to create access to, different types of social mobility, economic mobility, professional mobility for young, especially Black students, young Black folks who I mentor.
The people who are more disadvantaged, if you improve their lives, everybody's lives are going to be improved. We are all connected.
Black history is American history.
Yeah.
So it's something that is important for all of us to know.